Hi everyone, it's me again with another video of something that I purchased, actually something that I want to purchase. So yeah, welcome back to the channel. If you have not already subscribed, please go ahead and do that. It really helps a small channel like me to grow. And yeah, thank you very much. Okay, let's start. So what am I going to buy now? I want to upgrade my own laptop. I have been using HP NV360 from about 3 years back. It's a 2020 model and I've been using that and it served me really well. Now I think it's time for me to upgrade. Once I want something that's more powerful that allows me to game a little bit alongside everything else that I do. So I tried a few laptops. This is the first laptop that I tried. I will show you the other ones in subsequent videos. Because I wanted to try out a few laptops, I wanted to make sure that I'm not wasting time of sellers and stores. So I always make sure that I buy open box units. So that means if I don't like it, I can bring it back to them and they don't lose any money because the machine was already open box. So it doesn't lose any value with me trying it and then returning it. So just something that I had in mind before starting. So let's start. This machine, as you can see, is from Asus. It's a brand known as Republic of Gamers, and it is one of their more understated machines. As you can see, it does feel nice in the hands. It has some kind of a matte coating on top. I'm not sure if it's metal or not, but it does feel nice in hands. It does gather a fair bit of fingerprints. Actually, not fingerprints, it's more of a grease and the oil from the skin, but yeah, it's not so bad. So let me show you the port selection. Most of the ports are on the left side. Power, HDMI 2.1, 2.5 gig Ethernet, USB, two Type-C ports, and then headphone jack. So both of the Type-C ports are able to output DisplayPort 1.4 signal, and the one port right here also takes charging from USB-C. It's up to 100 watts. And on the other side, there's a micro SD card reader and another USB-A port. And let me show you on the back side, just a lot of vent holes, and yeah, nothing of interest basically. You can see the model number. So how much did I pay for this? So this was on an open box unit from Amazon, and this was $1,300. I bought it used. Yes, Amazon called it warehouse deals. So yeah, I bought it used. Why this specific unit? So let me tell you my requirements. I wanted something that has 3070 or higher, Intel 12th generation or higher, and I wanted something with a bright screen, at least 500 nits. So the specs of this unit include a 3060 graphics card. I know it's lower than what I wanted, but there's a reason. We will come up to that reason in a bit. Then the screen is 500 nits, so it's brighter than what I wanted. It's 16:10 aspect ratio, which was something on my checklist that my next laptop should have a 16:10 screen. That just means that the normal laptop with the 16:10 would be missing this part of the screen basically. So 16:10. So it's just a ratio. This is 16 parts long and this is 10 parts long. Actually, this is a 16 inches screen in diagonal. So yeah, it has a 12th generation Intel Core i7 12700H processor. So let me open up Task Manager so you can see the processor right here. And it has 16 gigabytes of RAM. It has a 512 gigabyte SSD, and the GPU, as I mentioned earlier, is RTX 3060. Now I mentioned that this is lower than what I had in mind. I wanted RTX 3070 or higher, but because this laptop has a 1080p screen, so in 16:10 terms, that's 1920 by 1200. So it's a bit lower than the usual that comes in this size of screens. Usually the 16-inch screens are QHD or higher. So because it's a lower resolution, even a 3060 is able to drive it well. So performance is not a problem in games running at the native 1920 by 1200 resolution. So what are my first impressions? I like the screen. It's vivid, it's bright. It is a lower resolution that I had in mind, QHD, but it is okay. I don't have anything to complain about on the screen side. It is a thin design compared to the other gaming laptops. It's not too thick, and because of that, it does get really hot when you're doing anything that's stressing the system, playing games and stuff like that. So it does get hot. Next thing, it has a good bunch of port selection. Keyboard is backlit. The camera, above the screen has Windows Hello IR face unlock, so that's also good. And it's just a personal preference. I just really like the way this looks. I do have a few nitpicks that I want to get out of the way. I hate the fact that Asus does not let me lock the function keys. So right now, if I have to mute or unmute, I have to keep the function key pressed and then I can mute or unmute. If I don't press the function key first, these are all acting as F1, F2 and normal function keys. So I wish there was a way to lock the function keys, so it was up to me what function they have normally. There might be a way to do this, but I haven't been able to find it yet. Secondly, the keyboard. It does look nice, as you can see, but for some reason, I cannot get myself to type on it well. I make lots of typing mistakes. I don't know if there's a layout problem or I cannot put my finger on it, but I hate typing on this keyboard. And that's a deal breaker for me. So I think that's the reason I'm not going to keep it. I've been really struggling with it. I like everything else about it. I like the price that I paid. The battery life is good, and the trackpad is nice and huge, and it's a glass top trackpad, so it's really smooth. But yeah, the keyboard and the fact that I make so many mistakes. So I know I'm not the best typing person in the world with the best performance, but I'm used to typing on HP laptops, I'm used to typing on Dell laptops, I'm used to typing on Lenovo laptops, and I don't make as many mistakes as I do on here. I don't know what is it, but yeah, it just doesn't work out for me. So unfortunately, this one is going back. So yeah, I will keep looking for my next new laptop. Thank you for coming along on the journey. See you on the next video. Bye.